Hey YouTube, remember when cars used to have T-tops or those big metal bumpers, the chrome bumpers, or having those radio antennas that when you turn on the radio, the antenna would rise out of the fender and then go back down when you turn it off, or like the plush velour interiors? Yeah, those can stay in the past. And if you remember those, how are your knees? How is your back? Are you okay? Now, there are 5 features from old cars that I think should make a comeback. 2 of them I think are pretty controversial and you guys may disagree with me. My name is Don, you're watching The Bitter Car Guy. 5 features from old cars that I think should make a comeback. Let's go. So over the last few years, there's been this push towards modernization, minimalism, and all that fancy stuff in cars. And a lot of stuff that we held, to be nice about old cars have just been thrown into the trash. So I'm gonna go through 5 features that I think should come back to give cars a little more authenticity. So the first one, I am going to have to go to the back of my car, and you will totally agree with me on this one. So let's go ahead and pop the trunk. And ever since we started getting luxury cars, start getting a little more luxurious, we have lost the spare tire. There is no spare tire in this car. And instead, you typically may get like a tire inflator kit or something of that sort. But bottom line is, if you're driving and you pop a tire, guess what? You're stranded until AAA can come and rescue you. So item number 5 on my list, we need spare tires. For item number 4 on my list of 5 features that need to come back, I need to go into the car and I am going to point to a button that is a travesty. We need to have a proper parking brake in cars. I don't understand why it's so difficult to give us a good, proper manual emergency brake. Instead, we've got this button here that electronically engages or disengages the rear parking brake. Number 4 on my list, we need a proper parking brake. Number 3 on my list of 5 features that I think need to make a comeback on modern cars is something I think a lot of you guys would agree with. Ever since we started getting these new cars, we have screens, and the plethora of screens have taken away some good, solid analog gauges. Now, the reason I like this car is it hasn't gone all digital yet. This is a 2016 BMW 535i. It's the F10 generation. And it still has some of those classic gauges. So let me just press this button. So you can see the outline of the gauge. You can see the needle. You can see I have round individual gauges of some sort. Part of it is digital, and I can live with this. But the new cars where everything is just like a stock-on tablet, where there is just rendered images on the screen, it may work for some folks. It does not work for me. I like having these gauges. I love seeing the analog needle. We need to bring back some, authenticity to cars. So having some analog gauges like these, that's number 3 on my list. I hope you guys agree with me. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel down below, and let's jump to number 2 on my list of 5 features that I think need to make a comeback in modern cars. So number 2 on my list is gonna be pretty controversial. I think you guys may disagree with me on this one. Let me know in the comments down below. But number 2 on my list of 5 features that I think need to make a comeback is, remember those cars that had the automatic seat belts that would come up and present you with the seat belt, and then all you had to do was just lay back and you're good to go? These cars now have the seat belt where you have to reach behind you, plug it in, and then when you're getting out of the car, you have to take it out. With the automatic seat belts, the assistant, if that's what you would call it, would rise up along the sill of the window, and you really didn't have to do much. Matter of fact, for some people who forget to put on seat belts, it's probably one of those features that they would appreciate. So it rises up, puts the seatbelt there for you. When you open the door and get out, guess what? It removes the seatbelt. Seatbelts, automatic seatbelts, number 2 on my list of 5 items that I think need to make a comeback. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. So we've gotten to number 1 on my list of 5 features that need to make a comeback on new cars. Now, number 2, slightly controversial. I think you guys might disagree with me with the automatic seatbelt thing. But number 1, I think it's going to be a lot more controversial. I want this choice, and in order to discuss it, we're going to jump back into the car, and it has to do with the seat coverings. Why must every new car, whether it's luxury or not, have some form of plastic or leather covering? What happened to cloth seats? We need cloth seats. Now, does it need to be gaudy velour like the old Cadillacs? No, but having an option of cloth, is an option. And I think, especially I live in the South, and it gets very hot in the summer. Getting into the car and sitting on leather can be painful sometimes because the leather gets hot. Having a cloth seat means the car seating surface remains a lot easier to sit on. It's not burning hot. It's not gonna, burn your skin, and it's gonna be comfortable. Also, it's, in my opinion, sometimes it's a little easier to clean cloth than it is to clean leather. So that was my number 1. Now I have a bonus. I have a bonus item that I think needs to make it into new cars, and this one is a toss-up. I like it because of the nostalgia, but I am going to go ahead and show you, and we can agree to disagree on this one. I love pop-up headlights. Is there a way to make it work on modern cars? Now, does every modern car need pop-up headlights? No, but can we make it work on some cars? Probably. But anyway, guys, that is my list of 5 features that I think need to make a comeback on modern cars. If you like this video, click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, hop into the comments. Let me know which ones you agree and disagree with me on, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.